Hey guys, welcome to, if you couldn't already tell, my review of the Mida Multi-Tool. Now, this gun, also being able to be referred to as the Meta Multi-Tool, is currently the single most dominant force in Trials because of how scout rifle oriented that map is. Now, we're going to get into the review right now, so I'm going to throw the perks up real quick so you can see. Alright, so first we have basically Third Eye from D1, only on a scout rifle that had Third Eye in D1. And this weapon it is basically just, this weapon has radar when it aims, so that's pretty simple, that's helpful. And then its other perk, the only one that really matters, is the Mida Multi-Tool. Very creative perk name, Bungie. You put so much time and effort into this game. So basically what that is quite simple, and that is that Titan. I'm speechless about that Titan. You know what? Moving on. What's special about it is basically it just moves faster. You move faster. It's pretty simple, and then you move extra fast when you have the Mida Multi-Tool. In fact, what I've discovered is using the shoulder charge on any Titan subclass, the Mida Multi-Tool and the Mida Mini-Tool in unison is, outside of a Sparrow, the fastest way to get places in the current Destiny 2 game. So, right there's one reason Destiny 2 speedruns be like, this is the 112, and that's all for the perks that really matter. Now, I'd like to say, before we get into the video, this gun is in an archetype of its own. There is nothing like it, and that is why it's set aside in Trials, because it's a better archetype, but it's the only one in its archetype, leaving it a staple. Now, first of all, this weapon is obtained by completing the Enhanced questline in the European Dead Zone on Earth. Now, in my personal opinion, this weapon doesn't need a nerf. Well, it either needs a nerf or they just need to buff the rest of the scout rifles to where they can compete. Because right now, there is probably one scout rifle in the game, and I couldn't name it if I tried, but there's either one, like, perfect roll scout rifle, or there's nothing in terms of scout rifles that can compete with this gun. And if we're talking range, can only be contested by that one specific scout rifle I can't name that probably doesn't exist, and snipers. And snipers are power weapons. So that's a big waste. So right there, that's a problem. Like, that is a problem. So, this gun does kinda need a nerf. It's not the most, like, godly thing, but at range, especially in Trials, it cannot be stopped. So, hopefully there are, like, multiple different Eternity maps, so maybe next weekend my views will be changed, but the map for Trials this week, which seems like it'll be the map for Trials every week, which is not a good thing in my opinion, was really just, how many Midas is that again per game? Then my teammate would go 8. Because everybody used the Mida, or you got stomped every time. And it was awful. Like, Trials was just a massacre. But, moving on from my opinions on it for Trials, in PvE, it's a good scout rifle. It's a scout rifle, so right there, it's good in PvE. But I personally prefer running, better, like, legendary weapons, because that leaves you being able to use weapons like Merciless, or Wardcliffe Coil, or
3 minutes. You're evenly matched.
I can't remember the other one I was gonna name off the top of my head. Gosh darn it, this is what I get for going off the script. Yeah, Sunshot. You can use Sunshot over this thing, especially for the raid. Like, seriously though, that's all I have to say. Because I don't want to get into how good Sunshot is in the raid in a Mida video. But yeah, so my synopsis of it is that it's a fun gun in PvE, it is a fun gun in PvP, but it's a little OP in PvP. Depending on the map. There are other maps, like, the Anomaly. The Anomaly is not back for Destiny 2, thank Stormcaller, because, yeah, I don't want to say thank God, so thank Stormcaller, same thing. But, yeah, it is really just, like, on closer range maps, that's why I used the Anomaly and we got off topic, is rather simple. It's just, it can't fight in close quarters maps because it's a scout rifle. So as a scout rifle, it is the best scout rifle in the game as of this time. Bungie bring back Angel's Advocate and weapons like that. Doesn't even have to be specifically Angel's Advocate, but just like weapons of that archetype. Because there were 3 weapons of this archetype in Destiny 1, and there was nothing scout rifle oriented in Destiny 1 in terms of PvP. So it left it unnecessary, but with, I'm gonna get back into Trials again, and I don't want to do that. But because of the Trials map, it makes this, like, the most powerful gun in PvP, because if you want to play the most competitive and most rewarding type of PvP, that would be either Trials of the Nine or Call to Arms, which you can do Call to Arms and Trials of the Nine in the same Trials of the Nine game. But because Trials of the Nine, as of right now, is exclusively one map, it's not, like, it's just too strong. Like, hopefully you guys can agree with me on that, but if you don't want to agree with me on that, then that's okay. But it's just, right there, it's really strong. I say it needs a nerf, but PvE, 6 out of 10. PvP, 10 out of 10. It's just the strongest thing. So, my name's Jax the Batman. Peace out.